Come on, you can do this, man. Smack those front wheels down hard. Shoulders. That's it. That's it. Hey. Dude, that one looked good. Hey, what's up, Charlie?
How's it going?
Dude, how you doing, man? We're gonna work on rock and rolls today, the ever elusive rock and roll. Next, I'm gonna warm up with the beginner version, and I want you to notice that I keep my shoulders perpendicular. I'm gonna rock up, I'm gonna lean back, and as I lean back, right when my back wheels touch, I'm gonna initiate my kick turn, swing my shoulders hard, lean my head in over my front foot, and pump back down that ramp. Check it out. So looking at the slow motion, you can really see how my shoulders stay perpendicular with the coping until I initiate my kick turn. We're gonna try for 2 renditions of this, okay? We're gonna go for rock in the middle of the board, which is the beginner way to do it. And then as we get better, we're gonna work towards getting our back wheels as close to the coping as possible. Let's start it off with the warm up. From your rock, try your kick turn out. Remember to lean into that ramp. Good. Next, the advanced version. My goal for advanced is to get my back wheels as close to the coping as I can. Now, here's where it gets tricky. The smaller and more mellow the ramp is, the harder it is to get your back wheels to touch directly underneath the coping. The steeper the ramp, the easier it is to have your wheels be free. And in that freedom, that allows you to get more torque with your shoulders and deck your board. And decking your board is when you get up here closer to the top of the ramp. This is the deck of the ramp. So the more that you work your way from beginner rock and roll from here, you keep getting closer and closer to decking it. That's the proper way to do it. So I'm gonna do a few advanced ones right now. So notice, that's how to bail out of this. So the second that my front wheels hit, I'm trying to keep my shoulders parallel with the coping and my chest facing the bottom of the ramp. You wanna try that?
Yeah.
Start with the bail first, work up that confidence. Remember, let those front wheels try to slide all the way up as far as you can and just spin your shoulders backwards as much as you can so you feel like you're leaning back into the ramp and getting pulled off of your board into the ramp. Hey, that was good.
Bail feels safe.
Yeah, the bail does feel safe because that's the natural way that this wants to happen, right? Because you want to fall back into the ramp because that's the direction you want to go. So the second those shoulders are pre-spun, wheels hit the top of the ramp, really push hard on that tail, let your hips catch up with your shoulders.
All right, I'll go for it.
Good. Awesome job, man. Good. Really try to smack those wheels. That's it. So you can feel right there that what I'm talking about when you need to exaggerate that pump. So right when you get on top, you need to stay tucked down. The steeper the ramp, the more you stay tucked down closer to your skateboard and keep your head closer to your back foot because that's where that leverage is gonna need to be in order to make your kick turn. You're getting your weight down nice and low, almost like this, so that your head and your body weight are over your back foot. The front of your board is over here, and then your shoulders are already in. That way you're swinging back in. Come on, you can do this, man. Smack those front wheels down hard. Shoulders. That's it. That's it. Hey. Dude, that one looked good. Okay, now we're gonna step it up 4.5 feet. Ah. So the big thing now, you instantly got to recognize you're gonna need more speed.
Okay.
Right? Because that speed creates that momentum. And without that momentum, it's too hard to spin, right? To get a little more speed up and into this, and that'll gain you more time. The further you are up on that ramp is the more time you're gonna have to swing those shoulders to come back in, right? If you just get your front wheels over, you don't really have much time at all. Like say you're gonna do it like this, like that's really gonna feel uncomfortable because there's barely any time for you to kick turn and you don't get a rock. So there's no momentum built. That's it. A little more pump, a little more pump. Stay nice and low. That's it. That's it. Hey, fantastic. Good, dude.
No bump out, but I stayed low to stay safe.
Hey, that's the beginning, man. You did great.
Beginner, a little rock, then kick turn out.
advanced. Shoulders in. I hope you can really spot the difference between the beginner style and the advanced style. In the advanced style, you can start to get more aggressive, enter into it with more speed, and really smack those front wheels down on the top of the ramp. Make a whole lot of noise when they hit. Have those shoulders pre-wound so you can lean in and get that big, fast tuck rock and roll. Out of that tuck comes all your speed back. Get up into that a little bit more. Come on, get those front wheels up there more. You can do it.
Try advance?
You and everybody else. I want you to work your way up incrementally, okay? Just inch by inch, building that confidence and the comfort in your kick turn out.
So essentially just like hitting a different part of my
Yes,
board.
and you keep working your way closer to your back truck, okay? Keep working your way to spinning those shoulders so that they're closer to being parallel with the coping. That way you can make a bigger kick turn out into a bigger pump. Hey, that's it. So once you start to smack those front wheels up there, you're like, hey, I can actually get up on there on the top. Come on, get those front wheels on there.
I got it.
Stay nice and low. That's it. Here we are at the 4.5 foot mini ramp. I got my knee pads on and I'm gonna show you guys how to bail. One of the most important things about learning to bail is committing the shoulders and remembering that the body goes where the head goes. I'm first gonna start small for anyone who needs extra help. Please take note of the head and the shoulders. As I commit to my rock, front wheels coming over the top of the coping, I start to lean my head in. As I lean my head in, I kind of fall like a tree and I commit to going limp on my legs so I can go straight to my knees and lean back to counterbalance the angle of the ramp. Now we're gonna start to work our way into advanced. And for advanced, our goal is to get those front wheels all the way on the top of the ramp. And as you get better at this, you want those shoulders to match the coping. So it'll look like this. You'll be up on your toe and your back foot. Your front foot will just kind of be out there straight with the board. Shoulders will be matching the coping and your head will be leaning in towards the bottom of the ramp. Just like this. So see how much time since I was decked, when I did bail off of that, I came down and my board was actually still stuck up there on the top of the ramp. Now let's step it up and try it on something bigger. So here we are at 5.5 foot ramp. Finally at 5.5 foot ramp, am I able to spin my wheels and roll my board all the way up so that my base plate of my truck is touching the inside of the coping, which will help me with that leverage to make that big full kick turn back in. Notice how I really try to stay crouched down closer to that back foot. And now we're gonna step it up again, 7 feet. Next, I'm gonna do a few bails to inspire you. So just working on getting those wheels over the top of the coping, keeping my head and body in the ramp, initiating that kick turn by tucking down, pressing on the tail, and staying tucked down so I can collapse down into my knee slide. I hope you guys really found this video to be helpful. Make sure that you commit to trying to get those shoulders parallel with that coping. Stay closer, tuck down to that back foot, and swing those shoulders back into that ramp, into your tuck, nice and low, and pump matching the distance of the ramp. Remember, I have a ton more videos on my channel to help you guys for inspiration and for knowledge. So please help me and share them with your friends or anybody who you think could benefit from it. And I'll see you guys back here for another video next week. Remember, like, subscribe, and ring that bell if you enjoyed what you watched and you learned something today. It really supports us, and we want to keep supporting you. Thank you. What we're gonna do is we're first gonna start here. We're about 15 feet back from a bank ramp. Here's your beginner rock and roll up here, and then here's your advanced rock and roll up here. Now, when you start your rock and roll, here's your foot position. I have my toes kind of more on the edge of the skateboard, right on the edge flush of the skateboard there. And I can really feel my weight, want to be more on the balls of my feet, so I have quicker reaction speed. Treat it the same way, however it feels most comfortable for you to do a kick turn. Look at the shoulders, wind up the shoulders, swing the shoulders, and your body goes where your head goes. So remember to lean your head in so you land with your head over your front foot. Now I really exaggerate my pump, get my front wheels over, wind up my shoulders, swing my shoulders. Now notice, once I come up here, I can really stall it out as long as my head stays over my front truck. Next, I'm gonna wind up my shoulders and start to lean back, and as I do, my board starts to unlock. That's the beginner way to do this. The real way to do a rock and roll is the second your front wheels smack down on the top of the deck, your shoulders are already wound so that they're facing backwards. Okay, so look at the shoulders. They're parallel with the coping, and my chest is actually facing the bottom of the ramp. I'll show you how this works. So, go over these steps on a bank ramp first. It does feel a little strange, but it will feel better, especially in transition. And more importantly, when you get into deeper transition, having those shoulders parallel with the coping really is the game changer for nice, big, clean 180 back into your pump.